Trezona campsite in Flinders Ranges. We are in site 13, which is big enough for three vehicles. It's got the nice fire pit, not too far from the toilets, just long drop toilets. There's a small water tank. There's no other facilities though, but you've got this beautiful backdrop of the cliff in the background and the creek for the kids to play in, and nice big logs, and it's good.
Today we're in Trezona Camp and I'm going to show you my base.
Okay.
My cubby. My private cubby. We've got 3 cubbies. One's my sister's, which is her private one. One's mine, my private one. And one's our shared base, which is the furthest away from camp. Lyra's is the second furthest. Mine is the closest.
How about you pop some shoes on?
There is a hole.
And we're cooking the water for the secret.
And this mat, what's that hole for?
Is that for the bucket?
That's for the camp oven, the cooked confit.
Ah. It's for that.
Oh, what's that?
A bath.
A bath.
That's why I needed the towel.
Oh, you get the towel. On your line, and that's going to put hot water in your bath.
Yeah.
So you can have a
That's
clean
not all. I can show you where my bed is if you follow me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I put it in a perfect tie. Get in. Right now.
You get a rock as a pillow.
Ouch. Yeah. Such quite comfortable.
Lovely spot. You could sunbake there, couldn't you? Have a little snooze, afternoon siesta.
Yeah, this is my base, my private base. Lara's base over there.
What's this though?
It's like a pizza oven. I made it out of rocks, me and Pa. We put it together and like stack them up.
Oh. Okay. Looks almost like a toilet when you sit on it like that.
And I put my ball, which has the power of kryptonite in there.
How are you going with the scones?
Good, we put them on the fire.
Oh, they're on the fire, are they?
Yeah, we made scones
In the
And-
Bunyeroo.
in the Flinders, and we've got jam, and Grammy's making cream to put on them
In the Bunyeroo oven.
in the Bunyeroo oven.
And
how'd they turn out? Shall we find out?
Yeah.
You reckon they cooked or burnt?
I think they're good.
Oh! Look at that!
Flip them
Champions.
over. Let's look at the bottom.
How long do you cook them for, Ricky?
that was in there for, what would you say, Camp? 10 past.
Yeah, 10 past and it's been till
That's 40 minutes.
40 minutes, and you just got ash underneath the baking paper.
You don't put any coals in there.
No.
You warm all the whole up with coals.
Are you going to
the
put this
fire,
on YouTube?
And then you let it burn down. Only put ash in it, and you cover with dirt.
Yeah.
Make sure there's no smoke coming out of the hole where you put the dirt on.
I know.
That's how you lose all your heat.
Right.
So you leave them in there until you think you're done.
Try not to get ash on you. There's your little fork.
Pick this little fella up here. I'm done.
As it is.
Yeah, I'll put them over on the rock.
And we've got cream in a carton.
Yeah, well.
How'd you whip it?
No, I didn't. It was like that when I opened it. I think it's a bit runnier at the bottom, but at the top it's certainly thick enough.
Yeah, cool.
Now we need grubbers to dry. You're going to need grubbers.
Delish.
They're possibly yours, mate.
So this morning we drove around to Arena Campground and walked from Arena Campground to Red Hill Lookout. It said it was 4.2 kilometres there, and that it would take approximately 3 hours. I think there's a walking trail as well as a vehicle emergency track. I think it's 4.2 k's if you take the vehicle track, which is sort of more direct, probably was quite steep in parts, and not as probably scenic.
We are walking up to Red Hill. Matt, are you liking it? Yeah.
Just starting the homeward journey of the Red Hill Lookout walk. So I think it was supposed to be 4.2 kilometres. 4.2 kilometres one way, so 8.4 kilometres return. It's a really nice walking trail. You follow the Yellow walk, yellow trail initially, and then you take the Bull Creek track, which is a fire trail for the last kilometre or so, which is reasonably steep. This is what we're walking back down now. Now this is the fire track. You can't drive up here though, but it's gated up. Well, you know, it's an emergency track. So they've got a gate so you can't drive. But yeah, it's been it was beautiful view from the top from Red Hill Lookout. It's been a challenging walk.
My feet are killing me. I'm never walking again. This is the Red Hill Lookout walk. We're coming back. It's very steep uphill. That was Red Hill up there. You might not be able to see it. I've got to go to Arena car park. It was a pretty good view from Red Hill, I guess. I didn't try to echo, I was so out of breath.
I was a bit late getting the nice sunrise. It's 6:30. Probably should have got up at 6. My kids were up early again with Pa. And it looks a little, we want to do St Mary's today, but it looks a little cloudy up on the hill. I'm sure it'll be fun. So we're doing the St Mary's. Is it inside or outside that we're doing? We're doing the outside. St Mary's outside hike, which is the shorter hike, but deeper. No, that's why it's so confusing. But this is 7.2 k's up to the peak. So 14.4 or something return. They say allow 6 hours.
Can we come up this trail and down inside?
Maybe, we'll see. So it's just Logan and me and Lara that have decided to do this one.
And Dad.
Because it's a hard hike.
And Dad.
I said Logan. So the grandparents and Matthew I've decided for an easier option.
Aren't they doing the inside?
We're 2 k's into the walk and it's been pretty good so far, fairly easy. A few still walking up, I'm still puffing a bit.
I'm not puffing.
But we're going strong. Starting to get a bit more rocky climbing. Laura's starting to get frustrated. We've got 2.6 kilometres to go to the top, and we've come, what does it say? We've come 4.6 kilometres. Good views, but I think on the other side you see the views of the pound, so I think we'll try to go back that way if it's just a bit further. But I don't think we've been walking for an hour yet. Might be just on an hour. And we haven't had to stop yet to have anything to eat, just a couple of drinks, so there's plenty of rock climbing to go. So might be slow next hour. We've walked 5 k's and we think that that's the saddle and that's St Mary's, but we're not sure. This is called rock climbing. That was like twice your height, that one, Lara. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Oh my god.
I feel dizzy. Yeah, that's it. So we've just come up the Scarp Trail, just popped over, which is the outside trail, 6 k's. We're going to continue on another 1.6 k's up to the summit, and then we think we'll come back for 12 k's. We'll make that decision after we've made it to the summit, and it's just starting to spit rain.
Can you get my jumper out of your bag?
You have to go down to go up, because you know you're just wasting energy.
Oh, I hate these shoes.
So it's midday. We left at 9:30. So it took about 2.5 hours to get to the saddle. Definitely a lot slower the last 2 kilometres. And we've made some good distance going up to the peak, but it looks very steep yet. That we still got to go up. Got some pretty cool rock formations. And the sun's come out. We had a little rain shower because we were all sweaty. We got cold. But now we're hot again. It's really great. So I think the saddle's about there where we popped over the edge. So we came up the outside, popped over the edge, and then we walked along the ridge along here to get up towards the peak, and then we think this is the track to go home if we go the inside route, so that nice walk down the hill there. So even though 12 k's, 12k sounds like a long way home. We think that more gradual decline will be more achievable than the rock climbing down. Just because it was a bit, you can't see where you're going when you're climbing off a rock. It can be a bit disconcerting, but we'll see how we feel once we've been to the peak and come back down again. Now we're going for time. It definitely would be quicker to go back the way we came. Oh my goodness.
This is amazing.
I think I'd take those. I get dizzy with your video camera.
See the cloud just floating past.
Are you in a cloud?
Can't see anything this way.
I'm scared.
I can hear you laughing over there.
And I go,
Lara! Someone calling your name over there.
Logan!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Okay, that's fun. That's one of the best echoes I've heard.
yeah, it was so big
The big delay.
delay. Some Aries has come out of the cloud now. That's where we were. We came down, roughing around, and we're back on the sort of saddle now. We're not quite back to the junction of the inside and outside loop yet, but the 1.6k's up to the peak. The first 800 metres is pretty easy and there's markers. The last 800 metres is rock climbing and took us a lot longer. Definitely still worth doing, and it was achievable. We're a little bit disappointed that we had some cloud up there, so couldn't quite see as far as you would on a clear day. And it's 13.6k's from the peak back to Rapina on the inside route. Just get around the up here. Alright, so we've got 10k's left on the inside trail. starting to get a view, a good view of the inside of the pound, the plain out there. It's very pretty, and we're sort of in different vegetation, these she oaks, as we come down in elevation. But feels like the sun's getting low, and we've still got 10 k's to go. So we left at 9:30 this morning. Now we're thinking that may not be back at the car till like 6. It's a massive day. It's at 3 p.m. now. 3 hours for 10 kilometres. Don't know. It's still been, and we chose this route because we thought it was going to be easier, and it definitely wasn't rock climbing. It hasn't been exactly fast going so far. You've still got to concentrate on every step. Not really no flat, easy going, but I'm not sure if we get down into the bottom of the pound it will be easier and we can make up some distance, because we've still got to drive back to camp, which is a 40-minute drive from Alpena, so it's definitely going to be in the dark. And we were thinking about having a shower at Alpena, so we'll see. So we've been walking through this pine forest for a few k's now. Probably since 8 k's it's been fairly flat, and we're now down to just over 6 still to go. So we've still got an hour to go. But it's been a nice, really nice, easy walk. We're just tired.
We're on the way back from the St Mary's Peak hike. We're about 5.4 kilometres to go. It's a nice relaxing walk back from the St Mary's Peak. It was really cool up there and cloudy.
Right, so we've just come from here, and then Bunyeroo Lookout's up there, there's toilets, and this is Hills Homestead, which we're not going to check out because we're in a hurry. We're going to get home. Okay, cool, beautiful gum trees in this area. There's a shuttle bus, apparently. That would be good right now. Not sure how the shuttle bus works. Got these beautiful eucalypts. Alright, still 3.2 k's. We took the top track back to Alpena across the bridge, which is 3 kilometres, and the sun's just dipped down behind the bridge, so I think we're going to see the sunshine again. It's still shining up on those hills. How you going, Lara?
Good. I'm kind of puffed out.
You're pretty much over it, aren't you? We just said that if there was a shuttle bus waiting, yeah, we would have been on it. It looks like this track's used daily, probably. 2.6 k's, Lara. We can do it. Edeowie Gorge. So we've come from Edeowie station and driven into the car park, then walked across into the national park. Now we're in Edeowie Gorge. The only information we have is it's a 4-hour walk up to Canalla Falls. We're still a bit sore from the big walk yesterday, so we're not sure. We didn't want a massive walk. It's been very like no climbing yet, like still rocky walk, and it's not a it's been a well-marked track, but it's not like a national park track. It's with the markers, every 200 meters. But yeah, we were looking for an easier walk to do today, which I think this might still be a bit long for us, but so far it's been achievable and really we could happily turn around here. It's a beautiful gorge, nice place to have lunch here on these massive rocks, and we're assuming there's not going to be water at the falls. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun. Making our way back to the car park from Edeowie Gorge, which was a spectacular gorge. Quite suited us as a family because it was a bit off the beaten track. There's no one else here. Wasn't much elevation, plenty of rocks. Going into the gorge here, so you just hop over the fence here into the national park. This is back on Edeowie station. You can collect information, you have to pay at the homestead, and then it's quite clear only the signs that lead you out to where to park. So the old map that we found said that it was 4 hours walk, and it has taken us just on 4 hours, but so we didn't all make it right up to where the waterfalls are, and there was no water in the waterfalls, a bit of pond water, so the grandparents turned around fairly early on, and then me and my husband and the 2 kids kept walking. And I think if you were fit adults, you could definitely do it in 4 hours easily. We've made a lot quicker time on the way back because you were running short on time. This is probably the steepest bit of the whole walk. It's just the creek at the car park.
Gorge.
Edeowie Gorge. Did you have fun, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Can I drive the car? Can I drive the car?
It's 6:15 in the morning. First morning I've been able to get myself. So sort of last day, this is the 5th day, the 5th night tonight. I go home tomorrow. But I'm always busy making breakfast and cooking dinner at sunrise and sunset. Or still in bed. So this is the first time we managed to. It's not cloudy this morning, is it, Lara? So one morning it was very pretty pinks with the clouds. My GoPro's not working today, so I'll do the videos. There's our camp. Camp down there, a creek bed. I don't know which one's Red Hill, Lara. I reckon it's that one. Maybe that one, maybe that one. I looked at one of them. And which one's St Mary's?
That one.
That one?
Yeah, the tallest one.
That one. The tallest round because there's lots of other camps that are still asleep.
That's where I want to wake everyone up.
Yeah, they want to have sleeping, sweetie. They want to have a sleeping.
I want to wake up these kids so I can make them.
We've driven from the campground at Trezona through the Bunyeroo scenic drive, coming out to Bitumen now, and there's been some really nice lookouts. The gorge itself was nice to drive through, and yeah, we just didn't feel like walking today, so it's filled in the morning, bit of a circuit.